Welcome in, everybody. I'm Noah Castor, and as always, I'm joined by Brandon Hudson and Darren Kinslow, and we are the Benchwarmers. I hope you guys had a really good 4th of July. We're recording it right now on the 4th of July, but it'll come out Saturday. And Brandon's going to be out of town next week, so it'll be one video this week, one video next week. It'll be the Chargers video, and then we'll get back to our normal schedule. With that being said, let's get right into it. Cowboys Offseason Report. They made some moves this offseason. Acquiring Randall Cobb was probably the biggest one. I'll shoot over to Darren. What do you think about what they did?
Yeah, they didn't really do too much, but like I said in the Eagles video, I think they've got a fantastic roster up and down, offense and defense. One of the best O-lines in the league. I think they have the best running back in the league. I know Noah doesn't agree with me on that one. And then, obviously, Amari Cooper, who
definitely
came in later in the season last year, did some really good stuff. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I think they've got, again, some of the best linebackers in the league. And then in the secondary, I think safety's their major weakness. They didn't go after Earl Thomas, which I thought maybe they would.
Yeah.
But still, corners, Byron Jones, them guys, I think it's pretty solid. So all around, I think they've got a great team, and it really just comes down to them, the Eagles, in the division. And I'll save that for the predictions.
Yeah. All right, Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Darren. They didn't make too many moves over the offseason, to be honest, but, I mean, they still have it's like the I think it was the Bears. They didn't go after anyone really big, but, I mean, it's just like they already have the team that they need. It's just maybe just a little piece here and there. So, I mean, it's exactly like them. They did get Randall Cobb. I don't know if you mentioned that one or not. I couldn't remember. But I did want to make sure that because that's going to be good with Amari Cooper having Randall Cobb and Amari Cooper.
And they lost. Who'd they lose?
They lost Cole Beasley.
Yeah, Cole
Beasley to the
Bills.
Bills.
Bills,
yeah.
They're getting Christian Covington from the Texans. I watched him quite a bit. He's not one of the best, but he has time. He doesn't sign, I think, until it was October, I think. So he has time to develop and be a great player and play with them.
Just some more depth on that defensive line is going to be helpful because we don't know DeMarcus Lawrence. He's had injuries in the past. We don't know how healthy he's going to be. And like you guys said, I mean, just a really good roster. The defense is really young, which I think kind of hurt them in the Rams game. I think the youth of that defense was a big problem, but they're only going to get better, especially those linebackers with Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. So
Sean Lee.
Yeah, Sean Lee coming back, and we can't forget about the biggest one, Jason Witten coming back.
Forgot about him. Dang it.
Dude. Oh, my gosh. Like, do you guys see him contributing at all?
Maybe a little. Nah, I don't know. Maybe in jersey sales.
That's
about it.
Everyone breaking out their Jason Witten jerseys again.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think maybe he's just there for more of a veteran leadership kind of role, and I don't think he was happy in the booth, and I don't think many people were happy.
He wasn't very good
in the booth. So, I mean, it's a good situation, and the addition of Robert Quinn is huge. I mean, obviously losing David Irving to a very weird situation. Robert Quinn coming in, he's shown the potential to have that double-digit sack season, and I think he's going to have a really good season this year too. So I wanted to ask one thing before we got into the division stuff. How much do we trust Dak Prescott? I think that's the biggest thing that comes down to with the Cowboys. Is Dak the guy?
Yeah, that's I really don't know. In the Saints game, he performed okay, I guess, in that playoff game, but still, I mean, he has a lot to prove, and I don't know if they're going to pay him this year or what, but
he's asking for a lot.
He is asking for a lot, and I think he's got to prove he's worth that money. And I think another thing that they need to focus on offense is just the play calling, mixing it up. Last year, they were really predictable with Ezekiel Elliott. You know they were probably going to run the ball. And if they can change that up and if Prescott can turn into a better thrower, I think he will be worth that much money.
Yeah, definitely. I think incorporating Ezekiel Elliott into the passing game, you saw that a little bit last year. I think that's going to be huge with this offense this day and age. I mean, you have to have your running back be able to catch the ball out of the backfield. And it's tough when your head coach is just a cheerleader on the sidelines just clapping away. I mean, I'm not sure how far they can go with Dak Prescott. He's shown that he can win a playoff game, so it's going to be interesting to see how much he's worth because he's asking for $34 million. That's a lot of money per year for that kind of quarterback, so we'll see if he develops a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into it. Where do they land in the division? I'll shoot it over to Darren.
I think they win the division just because Carson Wentz and his health situation. I don't see him playing 100% healthy all season long. So that's the only reason I have them. But I will say if Carson Wentz is 100% healthy the entire season, the Eagles are going to win the division. I just don't know how much I can trust Carson Wentz.
So you're still good with putting a case of Mountain Dew on it?
I'm still good with betting a case of Mountain Dew.
All right. Brandon, shoot over to you. Who do you got winning the division?
I got Cowboys win division, and then I got Eagles second, and then the Redskins third, and Giants fourth.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, I believe in the Eagles. I said that in the Eagles video. I think Carson Wentz staying healthy, obviously the biggest thing, and it all comes down to, I think these rosters are very similar, a lot of really good talent all around. It just comes down to the quarterback situation. Can Dak Prescott develop into a person that can win you games? I don't want him to be an Alex Smith that's just a game manager. He needs to win me some games. And I think Carson Wentz has that ability. It's just, please stay healthy. Please, for once in your life, stay healthy, Carson Wentz. I need this Mountain Dew. So,
and then with the playoff game, I meant to say the Rams, not the Saints. Play the Rams in the playoffs.
Yeah, very true. So, yeah, I got the Eagles. You guys got the Cowboys.
Yep.
Fair enough. All right. I think that's the end of the Cowboys Offseason Report. Like we said, it's just one video next week for the Chargers video on Saturday. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to subscribe. It's been the Benchwarmers, guys.
Deuces.